Welcome back, mere mortals. It is World of Outlaws dirt racing time. We're racing at Kokomo. As I'm recording this, we are in the middle of a hellstorm where we got like 17 to 19 inches of snow. And we didn't have power for like 12 hours, even though almost 100,000 people in this area didn't have power. So the fact that this is even recording is a miracle. The fact that power is on is a miracle. But there's no internet, so I can't even upload, like, Part 55, for example. So, I got nothing much to do on the day off, so I'm just going to record. After last video, someone was saying to just use setups for this and make a video about that, and it'd be like, it's going to be really goddamn boring to just have a video just me doing, like, nah, I don't, like, that's not going to be fun. And also, no. Why would I want to sit there and learn about 25 different things on a setup when I can just adjust the difficulty, which would be way more easier, and it would take less time. So I'm sorry if the bitching. But even still, I was using a setup in the 305s with Dirt Driver 21s, which are good setups. Unless you mean to think that I'm going to somehow make a setup better than his, even though he's got like 2+ years of experience with these games. So, don't think that's going to work, bub. So, we're just going to bump it down to Expert, because apparently 103 was just way too hard. And I guess Street Stocks Expert is just the way to go. So, I'm going to go with that. There was other people running like on Legend with level 3 everything. And they were running about the same that I was running, if not a little bit worse. So, the only way that you could probably circumvent that is just upping your upgrades to level 4 and stuff. But you're going to be coming into a brick wall, because then if you go to National, if you were to go to Street Stock, well, then you have to go level 5 to be competitive. But then when you get to National for Street Stock, brick wall, can't do anything, and then you're going to struggle. So it's just prolonging the inevitable struggle. And it just feels wrong to be using level 4 stuff and the local stuff when the level 3 stuff is like the max for local thing. Like, I want to try to be on the same even field. That's the way I want to approach it. Sorry that no one, like, agrees with that, but I just like to try to be fair with everything. So, anyways, rants aside, tangents aside, this should be a little more balanced. Or at least, we should at least be able to get top 5s and top 3s and stuff. So, let's get into it. My phone's blooping. I'm behind in all my updates. But we got a race to run. So, Past Me apparently had a Kokomo setup, but oh yeah, I was testing this off camera. And I was running about the same. It really wasn't much of a difference. And this is with a full-blown setup. But this was the setup translated from Woo 22. So I don't know if that quite works. But that's the other point, too, is so they wanted me to, like, learn what a camera angle is. So how many things do I have to learn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... Maybe not 18, maybe not with the tire pressures and stuff, but the point is, what, 10+ different things? When instead of trying to learn what a front brake bias is, what a left weight is, what a cross weight is, what a ride height is, wheel lock, steering offset, tire compound, I could just lower the difficulty. That's way easier than trying to learn all that. I didn't know that when I have to play World of Outlaws, I have to know how to do a setup. No. So, I'm going back to fucking default. Also, I have my heat on, so hopefully the comment section doesn't rip me apart for having the fucking heat on. How dare I? I know, ooh. I know, I'm a fucking monster for that, so if there's noise in the background, that's why. And also, I think I'm just gonna ignore the comments anymore. It was fun to do that from, like, part 18 to part 30. That was a fun, like, almost 2-week span. I gotta get more on that, because life is fucking better when I don't have to read the comments, and more often than not, it's just always people shitting on me. It gets exhausting, and it's not really, and then it's not really fun to play, because most of the time, it's just me responding to it. Because part of me appreciates the feedback, but then it's just some of this just like, it's just things I'm just not going to do. Well, we shattered the goal time. It was like, I don't know. I'm hoping Expert's just going to be like that right, fine, hunky-dory balance. I know I'm not running it at super ultimate try-hard mode. But you can watch other people for that know setups and know the ins and outs of a car. So, sorry I don't have that knowledge. How dare I just want to sit down, play a game, and just have fun with it. And not try to learn about 10 different fucking things to a setup. I don't know. I thought that's just normal. That's like a human thing, but nope, that's just not enough. I'm very ranty today, and I don't know why. Well, 13th, so, is Expert not good enough? I don't know. Do I gotta use a full-blown setup? Like, even then, I don't think all the setups exist for this game and even the previous game with all the other tracks. So, am I kind of just screwed? Because now I don't know, like 13th, that doesn't seem like it's going to cut it. So, alright, I guess this is like, we'll just throw in a full setup. See what happens, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to find a balance with this game sometimes, and it really bugs me. Because I thought 103 would be enough. Then it clearly wasn't. I guess Street Stocks is going to be even more insanely difficult than 305 Sprints. Which 305 wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, on Expert, we just pretty much like almost we're going to like sweep the whole season if I didn't change it. So, I don't know. But typical beating and banging in Street Stocks is normal. So, yeah, I guess this is just what we need to do. I don't know. This is a showcase, right? That would kind of explain why we're... I guess maybe starting 13th isn't that bad then. I kind of forgot. So... maybe this is okay. It's getting more and more confusing to try to figure out what to set everything to. I just kind of... I mean, fuck, I almost missed an NASCAR Ignition. Because Ignition is just like, oh, you can either go Legend, or it was like Extreme and then Champion. That was it. Here, it's just like, well, you get to go either Legend or Expert, but then you got the like the 104, 103, 102, 101, 100 like combos. So you got like 7 different combos. Because apparently 100 is different than Expert. So there's it's multiple different things. Like I shouldn't have to try to figure it out for like multiple seasons to try to understand the difficulty. And that's just for one series. Then there's, the other, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My brain it's just too much to juggle. I need a chart. I need to write this shit down. Which I started to, because I was writing how much payments were for each series. Live anything else? I guess I need to do that for difficulty too, because it's just not enough. Well, I think this might be the first race in this season where we're going to probably gain points on our championship competitors. Also, at work, there was like a customer talking about the power outages and stuff. They said humongous funny. They said humongous. And it made me giggle. That's like me saying room, but it's not R-O-M. For me, it sounds like R-U-M. So it's like, oh, that's funny. I never heard anyone say humongous. It's funny. I don't know. That's my funny humor story. Well, we're running P8, which is actually not bad. I don't know where the other people are. I see Rollins up there in 5th. And they're usually... I think they're behind me in points. But I think we're going to maybe gain points out. I mean, this is definitely a good enough day. Imagine if we never ran a setup here. We'd probably be running even worse. So, I'm glad I did it. So, hope there's setups for other tracks. I don't really know. I have to look into that more. Cobb to Rollins there. We just drove right by him like nothing. That's top 5. So I think we're definitely I don't know if Jurgens is a full-time street stalker or what in the local series. Don't know. But I think we're doing pretty good. Well, we got P4. I don't know how we're just... Well, not fully because he's on the outside, but... Surprised the car has got long run pace. I'm really surprised by that. So, now it's making me wonder. Because, like, our lap times aren't really that different. It's around the 13.7s. So now it's making me wonder, would a default really not matter too much? I don't know. I don't know if it's really making it go faster. Maybe it'd making it run smoother through the corners, but then that really doesn't translate into the lap time. So I'm more confused trying to understand this. I don't know. But for P3, I think that's all we'll get. Either way, that's going to be a great rebound from finishing 8th in the first 2 races. So be curious to see where we rack up in the points after all this. We're actually catching 2nd place, surprisingly. The leaders kind of checked out. They've been just gradually gaining on me. Once in a while, it looks like we gain time, but I think it's more just like we get like a pretty good exit up off the corner. So I don't know if that's a true, accurate reading, but this is not bad. Pretty good. I mean, especially for a showcase, though. This is extraordinarily well. So, I don't know. Do I got to run like a second? I don't, like that was really good, but I don't know if it's a one-off. I need more of a sample size. Mikey Thompson was 2nd, so gotta get used to these names. I was ranting last night with the revelation of everything that happened. I couldn't really focus on the actual competitors. Now I gotta like start doing that. So I think Mikey Thompson's definitely in the championship battle. Yes, he is. He's leading the points. And Kylie Rollins was up there. They still ran really well for a showcase, so never mind. I really didn't gain as much as I thought I was going to, so I guess even a full-blown custom setup is the option to go with. I don't know. I gotta look it up on my phone because I literally don't have internet, so I gotta see what other setups exist. I'm actually really surprised for a showcase race the local drivers ran as good as they did. We got a sponsor, hallelujah. Yeah, I'm very surprised by that. They're usually running in the back half of the top 10. But they were just right up there with everyone else. How the hell was I supposed to do that? I don't really know. Well, there's no setup for Sterling County, so I guess I'm screwed. I don't know what to do to the car to really make it run good. Unless I just copy and paste the Kokomo setup into it. But I don't know if that's really going to translate well. But that's all I can go off of. I know, how dare I not learn? I know, I'm a fucking worst human being for not being able to understand the intricacies of a setup. And all that shit. Sorry. The only thing I even know is the shock rebounds and bumps can always go down to 3. But then, I don't know what to do for camber angle, spring rate. Tire pressure always seems to be 9 across the board, except for the right rear. I don't know what the front. I don't know what to put the front brake bias to. Left way, cross rate, ride height for the front. Then the other 2 for the rear. Wheel lock is usually 30, but that's what 8 different. I need to learn 8 different things, and I don't know. I'm not a fucking World of Outlaws racer to understand this. And I don't feel like I should have to put that time into it. So, sorry. It's really fucking hard to see on a phone, too. Jesus Christ. That's literally, like, so goddamn small. But that's what I gotta do right now. I got nothing else to do. I think that's 360. This would be me, like, if I was literally, like, if this is, like, totally unedited, then this would be, like, the video is just, That's not fun. Sorry, that's not fun to watch, that's not fun to experience. This is why when anyone else makes these videos, they usually kind of cut out all the setup stuff, or if they do make an adjustment, they go in here real quick and then make an adjustment. They don't sit here and go through all this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. No, sorry, I'm not doing that as a video. That's not. I don't find that entertaining. Okay, well the rear is totally different from this game. Why the fuck is a Pro Late model set up in the street stock playlist? That would explain. Maybe this is why it's all fucked up. That threw me off completely. Why is it in a street stock playlist? Why did I not notice that there's a different car in the background? Well, that could explain a lot of shit then. That the car wasn't really much faster. I didn't really notice much of a huge difference. I don't know. I'll just fucking throw in a Limaland setup. Alright, well that's gonna make this even longer. This is from, I mean, this is again, once again, it's the World of Outlaws 22 setup, so I don't know if this perfectly translates from this game, but I'm going to assume it does, just because they didn't really seem like they bothered to change too much from the other series, so assuming it translates over. I wonder if this is now going to make it too OP for freaking Expert. And then that's gonna kind of mess everything up. I don't know. It's getting really fucking annoying to worry about that. And I won't mess with the rear end ratio because it's a Limaland setup, so I don't really think it's gonna translate. But whatever, it's gonna be probably better than what we got. Now we're just 6/10 of a second up on the goal time, and now we actually have a goal time of like 5th place or better. So that is absolutely insane. So would Legend be appropriate now with this? I mean, that seems a bit extreme, but we only hit that goal time once. I never really gotten that fast again, so I don't know. Alright, now we're just 3/10 up, so maybe this would be okay enough. Now we got 12.5, but I did cut that corner a lot. So maybe that kind of gives it an unfair advantage. Setup is very tight, though. It definitely doesn't want to slide, which is probably good. That's a 12.4, so I don't know. If I keep running laps, I'm just going to keep getting better. So maybe 12.2. Now it's a second up from Expert. Maybe Legend would be more appropriate. This is a Limaland setup poured into Sterling County, so the goal times for top 5, so I don't know. We'll go back to Legend then. I don't know. That's beat a second up on Expert. That's too easy. I missed the Heat 5 Heat games where I just had to max, and if we just dominate, then there's really nothing much more I can do. Here it's like, well, there is a lot you can do, and it's annoying. So I don't know, we'll try it on Legend. I don't know if Sterling County's just going to be randomly easy. Because, I don't know if it was the midgets or the micro sprints, but that track was unusually easy in those series. So now it's almost like we're going full circle to how it was in like in the first 2 series. I don't know, I can't make sense of it. Alright, 12.5, so definitely ramped it up. About almost 6/10, so kind of my theory of the Expert and Legend difficulty is about half a second of a difference. Not exactly true, at least for this track, it's 6/10 of a difference, but I was pretty much in the ballpark. I just need to learn to not, hit people, but I think this will give it a little more of a challenge. So I think Legend with an actual setup, I think will be probably the best balance. Unfortunately, it took 4 races in out of the 10 races to figure it out. So it's going to kind of mess up the whole point situation because I didn't really have this. I wasn't running on one ideal thing the whole season or one ideal setting versus setup combo. Alright, I think I got enough of a sample. I think we'll be okay with it. So, yeah, I guess this kind of means now in Legend difficulty with the setup, it is possible to win a championship. I mean, you're going to need some luck, but at least it's not completely impossible. I don't know. Again, my memory is starting to fade on some of the past tracks, but maybe that can change. I don't know. I need to write this shit down because I'm forgetting. Too many damn series. Well, it's not going to be the gold time, but 6th place. That's almost seems to be the classic legend difficulty starting position. And Mikey Thompson's up there. That's not ideal, but we're gonna probably do a 2nd season of this anyways, so it's okay. On to the heat on the outside here. I don't know if the outside line would be much faster with these cars. I guess it's worth a shot to experiment and try, since it seems like the setup is really keen to not try to slide, so the less you slide, the better. It almost feels like the car wants to turn to the right. Well, none of that worked because we lost the spot, so lesson learned. It actually didn't even try to slide in that corner. It just went straight, so that could be the fault of this not being a true Sterling County setup. And it's only made for Limaland because it didn't really like to do a whole lot in that one corner. Must be fun to just run the outside and make it work because I can't do that. So we'll start 3rd or we'll start 9th or something. So worse than what we did in qualifying. So I'm glad I made that heartless mistake of trying the outside line. I shouldn't have even bothered. But now we know, I guess, Mikey Thompson's just going to be extraordinarily difficult. So that's good to know. I like how the 19 Endurance is almost like my paint scheme. And also, it almost has the Joe Gibbs looking font. So that's humorous. Now we'll see if we can do anything. And, I don't know, go from there. So I thought based on practice with how we were definitely hitting the goal time, I thought, you know, maybe we'll, I don't know, run, well, I did fuck up in the heat. So I should gain a little bit more spots in this. Unless Sterling County's just, again, going to be, like, really difficult in the main. I don't know. It's hard to understand this game still. But I guess we're just going to struggle in fucking 10th. That's depressing. It's even more frustrating because now Mikey Thompson's actually having a bad race. And we can't even capitalize on it. So, I don't know what really to say. They're also running the outside line, which is, again, a line that I can't physically fucking run because we saw how that worked in the heat, so I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I don't know if this setup really translates very well into this particular track because I'm trying. You really need to get the car to kick out sideways, but that's bad. You can't have it slide, so I don't know. Then if I don't try that, then it's like it just like plows. So I don't fucking know. Maybe 103 with the setup would have worked here. Like, I don't know. The last race, Kokomo, it's kind of hard to say because I was using a completely wrong setup, so I was just trusting the fucking playlist, and it screwed me up there. So nothing gets accomplished. That was the most uninteresting race ever. So I don't know. This is such a fucking. It's getting it. I just want to get to nationals. I don't know. I'm really, really fucking sick of the local shit. I'm tired of trying to understand this game, trying to figure out the right difficulty combo. Then I get yelled at for it. Trying to make sense of it, trying to be fair. Because I could just bullshit and just upgrade everything to level 4 and then just, you know, blow everybody out the water. But that just feels cheap to do. Like it felt cheap to, as soon as you get World of Outlaws, immediately go to that. Don't upgrade anything. And run just terrible. Just to get a lot of shit ton of money. Then go down to, I'm not like, that's, isn't the progression supposed to be like this? You go up. Not supposed to be like, alright. Then you go up to the top. And back to the bottom. Back to the top. And then back down the bottom. No. I guess gone are the days of just a fucking, like, I don't know, like a normal scale. Now it's just like, this is the progression. Now we got Limaland. I guess we'll see what a proper Limaland setup will do. And, I'll go from there. This is starting to turn into how Woo 22 was like with the Street Stocks, where I don't really think anyone in the top in points were winning races. So it's like, it's funny to kind of see, I guess, for Schneencloth, but I don't know, it's, never mind, I'm wrong, who cares. I don't know, we'll go to Limaland, we'll see what that does. Actually, let's really find out with the setup and shit. With default, and then comparing it to a setup. So usually it's always kind of like 0.3 faster. It's definitely a noticeable jump. I'm just sort of curious. Or just consistently half a second off. Again, I don't know what I'm doing so disastrously wrong. But, I mean, alright, we gained 0.2 there. I don't know what... I mean, I was almost knocking the tires down doing that, so... Like on the inside, so that's probably why I was faster, but... It's very dangerous to do that. The best we got was like a 13.8, 13.9, so we'll see what a full custom setup does. Riveting gameplay, I know. This is the life. This is why I cut it out, because this is not fun to watch or record. So it's just like, I mean, in this case it's much worse because I don't have my internet, so like it wouldn't be like, doesn't look as exaggerated, but it's kind of what I have to do now because I don't have internet, and this is like the only better thing to do than to literally sit home and not do anything. So it's sort of like this looks over exaggerated, but like this is what I have to do. If some of this looks wrong, again, I'm seeing it on like a pixel, fucking, like I can barely read the text, it's so small. And I have the phone blown up as, you know, large as possible. So if I'm messing something up, I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm gonna get shit for like everything right now, because this is like, it's like against the fucking moral code of the setup community. I know, how fucking dare I. Alright. Finally. It's in. First lap, 13.6 there. Almost hit the goal time, so that's already 0.2 up. This might be a little bit better. I kind of hit the corners a bit better there. Yep, 13.5, so we hit the goal time. So, yeah, setups do make a world of a difference. So that's kind of my fault with the other race, because I was using the wrong one. But, yeah, this would make us a little more competitive, for sure. But I still don't know if this is enough. We need to always be like 0.2 up on the goal time just to even be competitive with the leaders. If Mikey Thompson's going to be that extraordinarily consistent, then it's kind of a problem. Because running 5th all the time and him running like 2nd or 3rd, we don't gain points on him that way. So it's kind of a problem if we want to win the championship. Is that okay for me to say? Like, I don't know. Like, can I bring that up? Is that annoying? I don't know. Qualifying difficulty is set to normal, by the way. Set to normal. This is what normal is, where the time is up 0.3 of a second for the goal time. It's kind of bullshit. Sorry. Is that okay for me to say? Shrug emoji? Like, it seems kind of asinine. Do I gotta set it to easy so then it's, like, similar to practice? Like, I don't know. I shouldn't have to do that because it's normal. Normal, you think it'd be like, okay, it's gonna probably be consistent with practice time. No, it's good. It acts like as if it's on hard, but it's not, and it angers me and it confuses me too. So I don't know. Do I gotta mess with the settings on that too to get like a proper experience? Well, got the inside there of the number 79 car. If we can at least get 3rd, then maybe we'll be able to start 9th or something in the main, which would be definitely better than 13th. I don't know what to say. I mean, the car felt fine. It didn't. There's really nothing wrong with it. It feels good. I think the setup is good. I definitely don't think I would have been able to make a better damn setup. So this is all I can go off of. So I'm starting to think that Legend maybe it's not fucking possible. I gotta put in fucking air quotes too, because if I say that, then I'm gonna get scrutinized for that too. It's not possible with level 3 everything. It's probably possible on level 4, level 5 everything, but if you need a level 4 car to beat level 3 cars, it's kind of a problem. I shouldn't have to run like a higher leech car. I don't know. It'll be like, I don't know what the exact example is. Like the mid 2000s bringing like a 900 horsepower cup car down to a Craftsman Truck Series, right? Like, I shouldn't have to do that to then be competing. Like, I should have the same equal equipment, same equal upgrades, and then it should be enough. But it's not. Unless I finagle with the settings like every fucking race. And that's not. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of fucking annoying to try to figure that out. At least for P9, so that's better than 13th. This is one of the few races where Mikey Thompson isn't just running extraordinarily well. In fact, he's actually behind me, so there's a chance we can gain some points on him, which would be nice. But Limaland, as you saw in the Sprint 305s, is a track where the AI just kind of send it in the corner and just throw you up the track. But thankfully, since these are, more contact-heavy vehicles, I didn't just get my race completely destroyed from it. And I don't know what really to do about that to combat it, other than just, run the bottom lane a little more diligently, or not arcing in the corner like a race car. But then I'll get scrutinized for that, because that's not the fucking the way. So, I don't know. Looks like we got 8th place. Trying to get 7th. And the point situation is going to be very interesting after this one, because Mikey Thompson's behind me. He's in 9th. So we're actually getting points on him for the first time this entire season, so that's something. Last lap, so nothing's happened. We've just been stuck in 7th. Ricky Cox is behind me. I'm surprised I didn't hit a tire there. Maybe I drove in between it. I don't know, but we're going to finish 7th. I don't know what really more to say. We gained points on Mike Thompson, but I think that's just going to open up the points even more for new people to come in. So, I don't know. I don't know what really to say. That's what the full-blown setup, and 7th is all we can do. It's kind of sad. Like, we should at least be running, 5th to 3rd. Like, that's kind of the ideal running position. I'm not even saying I should win every race. I just want to be, running, 3rd to 5th. So, I don't know. It's really getting annoying to try to find the right balance for everything. I don't know. We'll see what the points are like. I don't know. We're 6th. Mikey Thompson's still leading, but barely over Steencloth. We're only 20 points back, so the points are still relatively close, even throughout the top 7. But running what we're running is just really not enough to be competitive. I'm sorry. I know, how dare I be negative about that? It's just to speak in reality. I'm not going to be like, oh, gee, Willikers, I'm not. It's not how I am. I've never been like that. I've always been fucking brutally honest with shit and how I feel about it. I'm not going to sit there and just glaze everything when there's no glaze to be had. So it just makes it more confusing, because then if I run an expert, would that be competitive enough? Would that be decent? I don't know anymore. Every race, it feels like it's confusing me. I'm more baffled about it. I just miss fucking micro sprints and midgets where it's I had it set and it was just kind of, that's just what it was. Now it's just this constant back and forth. I'm trying to understand it. It's really freaking exhausting to play. And I'm tired of fucking complaining about it. I don't know. I'll figure it out next episode, I guess. I don't know. I'm just shouldn't have taken an hour to record 3 races. Usually it's done a lot quicker, but I spent so much freaking time going through the setups. It just took forever. But anyways, I'm done. We'll figure something out eventually. So see you next episode. See you all later, and try to have a good day.